Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our Ghoul Warper run. Of course, we're playing the Crawl Sudden Death Challenges Tournament. We had a bit of an electrifying finish to the previous episode. We met an Orc Priest with a Dagger of Elec, who then hasted himself, and I of course completely forgot that as a Warper we had Scrolls of Blinking identified. So we came pretty close to dying there, for no great reason. But we didn't, so we learnt a valuable lesson. When you're in dangerous situations, slow down, have a look at your options, and so on. So we have picked up Rue, who's one of our 3 available gods for this week. Still waiting on our first sacrifice offer. But once we get that, that will make us a lot stronger. But before we get on with Crawl, there is some breaking news. I need a doom doom doom. That's not a news thing. I don't know. Imagine some breaking news theme. Oh, I've got a plane going over. Here's the standings as they stand right now. Have a look at number 4 for Whataburger Patty Melt. That's Hellmonk. For this round, he has 6 points, which means he's collected runes and so on. Have a look at his aesthetic rune column. That is a big fat 0. I have heard that he had to break his ascetic conduct. He met a D3 null with a Holy Wrath weapon, which of course is dangerous when you're an undead species, and a drank a haze potion. So he had to read his Scroll of Blinking to live, which means if I can manage a 10-point week this round, which is just all the standard things, including all of the bonus challenges this week, I can win. That will put me on 89 points, and yeah, we'll win. So, as long as we don't do anything too stupid, like at the end of the last episode, we have a good shot at bringing this one home. Yeah, that's very exciting. Also, a bit of an IRL update. So, oh yeah, we left a bear up here somewhere. Is that what we did? Or did we leave the bear on D4? I don't remember. Maybe I should run around to check, because if the bear's here, that's a bit scary. Oh yeah, the bear is here. Okay. We want to bring the bear up to D4. We don't want to be fighting the bear because I don't think we're strong enough to deal with a berserk bear at this point. So we're just going to wait till random energy gives us a gap, and then I'll get back to the IRL update. Well, I can give it to you while we're doing this. So the universe is really conspiring to not have me record this game and share it with you. So I'm still sick. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but it's pretty sketchy at the moment. I took the day off work today to record this for a few reasons. One, because it's already Tuesday and the round ends on Thursday morning, so we're going to try to record all of the games today. So that's one. Also, I'm sick. Also, I need to be home because my bathroom has a ceiling leak from the unit above. Yeah. So at any point we might be interrupted by a leak detection specialist. But the other thing is that this morning my neighbor has been destroying our common fence. I assume they're going to put a new one up. So there was a chainsaw cutting it down all morning and making lots of noise. But you might be interrupted by the sounds of saws chopping down fence posts. I don't know. Anyway, so this playthrough will probably be full of lots of building noises, which I can't help, sorry. We'll use it as an experience to build a stronger bond. How about that? Alright, let's play Crawl. Enough talking. So we're on D6. Do we have... I don't remember. We don't have Remove Curse yet, so we're not ready to be doing GhWr just yet at the moment. Alright, Skybase is okay. We're gonna have more elect damage. Basically, my best play is probably to use our Dagger of Venom to prick it while it's visible. It's as thick as possible, so now we'll just kite it. Excellent. And now that we have 3 chunks of flesh, I wonder if it might be better to just go fight the Orc Wizard. It's probably not. We're probably better off just being as strong as possible. Which means being away from over there. So I'll head up. Another Crimson Imp. Oh, there's one flame. Okay, I was about to say, I'm always terrified now. Whenever I see a Crimson Imp, I just expect them to have wands. And it actually did. I don't know why they always have wands. I don't know if it's just because I have a high chance of spawning with them. But maybe it's, whatchamacallit, confirmation bias. But I feel like they always have wands. But we're not so afraid of a wand of flame. It'd be the wand of acid that would really be threatening. Oh, okay, it didn't have many charges on it. Is that true? Oh, it only had 1 shot on it. It shot us once and then the wand crumbled to dust. Okay. I just want to give a shout out to Salamander, who's watching right now. Salamander was my first, I think he was the first. He's certainly been my longest patron on Patreon. Cool guy. That is too much stuff. Let's back all the way up to the stairs. And we'll just stair dance this stuff up. We'll fight it one at a time. Get some chunks. Okay, we don't really care, well I killed it already, too much about that guy. Because we are totally immune to negative energy. So his pain that he would normally do, we don't care about. Identify. Yeah. I still don't think we need to do rings. I can't remember if I put a force more in my options for Rue offering you sacrifices. I feel like that should be a force more by default, but it's not. Look at this! Another Crimson Imp with a wand. Why do they always have wands? See, I'm not crazy, right? They always have wands. This one's Disintegration. That's kind of scary. It can do a lot of damage. So we're going to run back to the stairs. How many shots has he got? 9 shots. Okay. We don't really want to mess with him. Again, we're glad it's not acid. We don't have any chunks. I think we could probably fight him if we're next to the stairs. Yeah. Let's bring him up. Now, oh, we got him. Okay, good. Well, that gives us 4 disintegration blasts. That probably allows us to fight the Orc Wizard now if we found him. He's a priest. We have no chunks. He's also at max. He's not at max line of sight. I think we can just walk away. If we meet the Orc Wizard on our way to the upstairs, we'll start disintegrating. Alright. Otherwise, we've got 69 HP. I think we can probably just fight an Orc Priest from full HP. A max, yeah, we almost killed him. A max smite is 17 damage, so he'd have to roll quite a few of those to kill us. And here's our wizard. I'm tempted to go for the polymorph again first. He resisted. This guy really doesn't want to get polymorphed. Again? Okay, we made him a worker ant. So he drops the elect dagger. Much easier like that. That's what I was going for when we first met him. And then just like that, Rue gives us a sacrifice. So again, I just want to point out, we found 2 really strong daggers at this point. A dagger of venom and a dagger of elect. Which when I was starting the game, I said was an option to go short blades for this reason. I mean, we've been going fine with claws, But if you imagine how strong we'd be with some short blades training and a dagger of a lek, that would carry us for a very long time. Alright, let's look at our Rue sacks. Okay, we got experience, which I quite like. It's considered an incredible sacrifice, so it gives you a whole bunch of piety. What it does is make you lose 2 experience levels. So the main thing there, it doesn't affect your skill training, but the main thing it does is drops your max HP because you're dropping 2 levels, and it means that your max level that you can achieve in the game is 25, which that bit's not really a big deal. I think for how much piety you get out of this sacrifice, it tends to be a really good one to do. We have drink. This one tends to kill you. I don't like it very much. It was a very big factor in my formicid of Rue dying. I think you should not do this. I think I never want to do this one again. It means that when you're in high tension situations, or when your HP is dropping low, you lose the ability to quaff potions. And so we don't have it yet. You can use draw out power from Rue to get rid of confusion once, but you lose access to haste, heal wounds, a bunch of others. It's just super dangerous. Don't do it. And then we can also do Arcana, which is giving us 3 spell schools that we can just get rid of. 3 spell schools that we probably would never use. So it's ice, hexes, and charms. We don't really care about those. So you can't cast or study spells from those schools. We're probably just going to be a melee brute in heavy armor, so we don't really care about those. It's considered a significant sacrifice, so we'd get 1 pip of piety. Now the way I like to approach my Rue sacrifices is I go big early. Go big or go home. But it means that you get your piety up really quickly. It allows you to start using your abilities. Rather than making a bunch of small ones in the beginning and then you're a lot weaker. I'd rather go big early and then small ones to finish off the higher levels of piety. So I'm kind of tempted to do experience just because it is that big chunk. But I really like this Arcana one because it's basically a free sacrifice because we're never going to cast those spells anyway. I think that's what I will do actually. Yeah, we're gonna do that because it's free. And it's still a significant sacrifice, so it's not like a trivial one where we're wasting that first one. So that's what I'm gonna do. Do we really want to do ice, hexes, charms? Yes. Cool. So we now get our aura. Our aura of power, and it's going to increase as our piety goes up. It stops some enemies from doing attacks or casting spells. It also eventually will cause enemies to redirect their attacks and spells at themselves. It's really strong. At max piety, I think you're effectively you're lowering your incoming damage by about 30%, because 30% of the time the enemies will either redirect or not attack. Really, really strong. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm probably going to be coughing a lot, especially because I'm going to try to record this whole series in one day. So I don't know, after about 8 hours of talking with this really bad cold, I don't know how my voice is going to go. Alright, we got some ghosts here. That ghost doesn't matter much because we don't care about pain, vamp draining, etc. We're dead. That one hits a 14. Did I learn my lesson on the Spriggan? Where you don't die to ghosts like an idiot? I don't know. I think we actually can do this. 14 damage when we've got 14 damage max on this guy when we've got 70 HP is really not much. And then the other guy does 7 damage max. He does have regen, but his spells don't hurt us at all. And what did we get out of this? Agi, a book. We don't care about the book. We get Agi identify scrolls. The scrolls don't mean much. I don't know. How about we come back later? Let me learn my lesson from this spree and let's not fight ghosts. Although I think that is, I don't know, it's free experience, right? But that's what I thought last time. We've been corroded. We're gonna go back up. I don't know. I want to fight the ghosts. I want my free experience. I mean, we've got teleport scrolls and blinking scrolls. There's no way we could die to these ghosts. Alright, let's do it. Oh man, if I die, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Let's get in a hallway so we're at least only fighting one ghost at a time. Here's the dude with regen. Actually, you know what? Let's take him upstairs. Our bear's on D4 now. Okay, so this guy, he regens, but he only hits for 7 damage. So I think we can just fight him. Actually, he's got a lot of evasion. Barely any HP, or any AC I mean, but lots of evasion. So he's just going to be hard to hit. Yeah, impossible to hit. Alright, look at that. Fighting goes to 6, shields to 4, we reach experience level 9, where we're going to go more in. Are we going to go more in? I just gave up 3 of our spell schools. So now we can't do charms or hexes, so a bunch of the spells that I really like on a 15 ring game, regeneration, summon mana vipers, I don't know, we can't use anymore. Still worth it because we didn't give up translocations. So it would be nice to be able to cast Blink and Passage of GhWr eventually. And we'll fight this guy. He's got a little bit of AC, almost no evasion, and he hits for 14 max. Okay. I think he's easier to fight because he's just not so evasive. Alright, excellent. All that free experience. I don't learn my lesson from the Spriggan, but I don't get punished. And then on we go, D7. We got a shop. A bunch of identify scrolls. A glowing vestibulus is interesting. I don't think we really care about a ranged weapon. That's a really good one though. The only thing we'd maybe buy from here is the identify scrolls, but I think I'd rather save our gold. We're not lacking for ID scrolls as it is. And the other thing to note is that when you get one shot on a floor, it often means that there are going to be more shops. They tend to spawn in groups. So we don't want to blow all our gold at the first shop. We want to wait and see what else is around. Alright, and so we're kiting the ogre with poison. He still does quite a lot of damage. He's got a giant spiked club as well, so he could do 39 damage to us. So he could almost two-shot us. So it's safer just to be poisoning him and kiting. Good. An adder. Alright. Oh good, more adders. These guys are so much easier when you're poison immune. It's great. Got a piece of gold there. How much gold? 18 gold. Okay. You need a potion of flight to get there. Oh no! When and if we get power leap with Rue, we can jump in there and grab it. But we need a fair bit more piety before that happens. Alright, I'm gonna need a cough. Hang on. Let me mute the mic. I think I'm dying. Oh god. It would be so sad for me not to bring you this crawl sudden death though. So I'm gonna persevere. We have a human with a hand axe. This is odd. A human on D7 is probably... There are a couple of God Altar vaults. I think there's a shining one. that places humans. So he hits for 10 plus his hand axe. So he's not that scary. As long as he's not also carrying a potion of Berserker Rage or something. We are very hungry. I'll eat a ration. Oh, a slave. So we're gonna have Pikel. So the slaves don't give you any experience, but they do give us chunks of flesh we can eat. Oh, okay. For a second there I thought I could have been locked in the middle. So let's see if we can find Pikel. Better to fight him. Oh, our chunks of flesh. I thought we had multiple chunks of flesh. Apparently not. Okay. Alright. I was gonna say let's fight Pikel when we have chunks of flesh, but we don't. And here's a Dagger of Pain. Okay. Would be another amazing weapon. I mean, a Dagger of Pain is usually what you're worshipping Kiku for, right? Kind of bummed that we didn't go short blades. I mean, we also don't have any necromancy spells, so we wouldn't be able to train it yet. But, or do we? No, we don't. More teleport, more orcs, more priests. What has this guy got? Just a whip. Glowing leather armor. I think we're better off just being in... There's Pikel. He has a whip of Elec, so I don't want to mess with him. Definitely not with a whip of Elec. Now that we've been training... Well, we've trained our armor to 4. Our heavier armor might be better now. So we've got 10 AC, 7 evasion, which is 17. This is also 17, but it's more AC. And the plate armor is 18, so that's the winner. Alright, we're now a plate armor guy. And we're still looking for our second remove curse of the game. And then we can find out what all our jewelry is. This guy's got flailer protection. Hey, remove curse. Okay. And an unknown scroll. Oops. / minus. Let's have a look. With all the ID scrolls we have, I think I might just ID this. It's enchant weapon. Yeah, I guess we'll enchant our Dagger of Venom. And now we can try all our jewelry. +2 evasion. Curse teleportation, protection from fire, +3 protection, ring of fire, and poison resistance, which is useless. Okay, so we drop the teleportation. I think by default we want to have +2 evasion and +3 protection, and we can swap to protection from fire if we ever need it. I guess we can carry the uncursed ring of fire around as well. In the event we find something like a volcano, we can get 2 pips of RF. Cool. An orc warrior with a halberd is kind of scary. We have 1 flesh. I kind of would like to keep my disintegrations for Pikel. Let me shoot some flames. I think we can fight him. Yeah, easily. I mean, we've got claws. I'm not wearing gloves, am I? No. We've got claws. We've got almost 10 unarmed combat. Our attacks are pretty strong right now. Okay, here's Pikel. Alright, I think that the easiest play, and I see there's a glowing chainmail around, so we should check that out. The god play would be if we can polymorph the whip out of his hand. He became a Yaktor. Okay, well the Yaktor, that's okay. I mean, Yaktors are famous for having crossbows, but because he was Pikel, he doesn't have a crossbow, so that's alright. But he still has the whip, so let's polymorph again. Oh, he's got more magic resistance than Pikel had, so he's got a 28% chance to resist. We'll go one more go. Okay, didn't work. Alright, so we made our situation worse, I guess. How do we deal with a GhWr? Let's dance this stuff up. I mean, it's a 10 speed enemy, and we've got now 9 chunks of flesh. Maybe we could just kill it. Let's go again. Just gonna use all our polymorph one. We got 6 more chances. Yeah. I regret my decisions. That's the thing about polymorph, right? Sometimes it doesn't help you, and sometimes it actually makes your situation much worse. So at least we didn't get an enemy that can still use the whip and is fast. Let's try this glowing chainmail. It's just cursed. Alright, we don't have remove curse. I shouldn't have done that, my bad. Okay, well we're a little bit weaker until I find a remove curse. Yeah, that was, I could have been super punished. That might have just been a -3 curse chainmail. My bad. Oh, that's where the human came from. Okay, yeah. It's this fault. I should be careful with hogs. Hogs are fast. They don't hit that hard, but especially when you're fighting a lot of them, can sneak up on you. And then you realize that you can't run from them. And then you die. It's very embarrassing. Yeah. I just feel strong enough to fight an Ogre now, rather than kiting it around with venom. Oh, there's another remove curse. I'm just gonna wait. Considering oh, there's a GhWr. Pikel the GhWr. Let's just go back upstairs. Yeah, considering that's our only one remove curse, I'd rather wait until we find some sort of other jewelry or cursed item that I want to try before we change out of this armor. An ice beast, that's okay. We have innate RC as a ghoul, so not too scary. And if you're curious, the reason I'm using my polymorph on the stairs is in case I get some really bad polymorph and I want to go back upstairs immediately. Okay, an orb spider. This one's pretty good, believe it or not. So these guys, one, he drops the Whip of Elec, which is nice. But he is susceptible to poison. So if I make him come to us while we have a dagger of venom. He's too fast. Come here, dude. Okay. As soon as he's poisoned like that, he's just going to die. Alright, so that did end up working out. We used most of our polymorph one, but that's fine. Because you have your polymorph one for situations like that. It's a potion of mutation. Alright. We're a ghoul, so we can't ever be mutated. Give me some more sacrifices. Okay. I'm gonna ID this artifact mace. I was gonna say it might have a whole bunch of MR on it, but this happens to be a Holy Wrath weapon, which means we can't wield it. So if it weren't for the Holy Wrath, this would be a great weapon to walk around and just to wield if we saw some sort of hexing enemy. MR triple plus, but yeah, we can't. And this is going to be, whatchamacallin? What is his name? Crazy guy. Crazy youth. He actually has crazy in the title. He's some kind of crazy guy who's crazy. And he says these crazy things, and he always has a crazy chaos weapon. I think his name is Silly Youth. Anyway, you don't ever want to get hit by his weapon because chaos can banish you or paralyze you. But we can try our polymorph strat again, and potentially he'll drop it. The reason I'm doing this is because, okay, he's just got a plain cloak. Well, sometimes he has a magic cloak, which is awesome, and then you get a cloak of invis or something like that, which is really good. But no, so we're going to try to polymorph him, and hopefully he then drops his Staff of Chaos. No, he didn't. Okay. Alright, well, now we play random energy games. He's either going to random energy at us and potentially hit us with his chaos weapon and potentially just kill us if we're unlucky, or he's going to drop behind a tile and then we can go back upstairs and leave him. Okay, I want to take this carefully so I don't mess this up and take a shot. Ice Horse Sing. This dude's crazy, man. Okay, please no banish. He whimpers null. Okay, he got the random energy onto us. He hit us with the chaos. It just hit us, so he didn't proc a chaos effect. But that's given us the extra tile, so now we can go back up. Don't come back down here. We could have another go just so he's not running around with that. Get to our upstair in case we get some horrific polymorph. Oh, we completely used our polymorph. But we can disintegrate him. There's a 72%, 73% chance to just blow him up. Actually, why don't we flame wand him to finish him off? Good. Cool. It's a bit more experience. Didn't get a cool cloak though, although it might look better. So let's test it for style. Hang on, where's his cloak? So we've got this light blue one at the moment. Oh yeah, okay, this red one matches the shield. Yeah, we're gonna go with the red. Yep, I like this better. Alright, on to D8. Oh boy, what a stare. Next to Grum and a red ugly thing. Thankfully the red ugly thing's one tile away. And this actually worked out pretty well because we got to separate Grum from his wolves. That's when he's most dangerous. He sits behind his wolf pack and pokes you with his spear. Let's just... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I was going to say, let's just get off the stair so I don't accidentally go down. He's got a wand, it's flaming. Oh. My heart skipped a beat there, thinking he might have acid. In that case, let's put on our protection from firing. And then I think we can just fight him. Grum's not that scary on his own, especially if he's just got a plain spear and not, say, a glaive or something like that. So a D8 ugly thing's really scary, that's really early. How are we going to deal with a D8 ugly thing? 2 disintegration wand charges probably isn't enough either. I don't know if I should be yelling. Okay, and here's a howler monkey. It's going to make way more noise than my yelling. I was hoping I could just bring some wolves here to fight them one at a time. Okay, something is shouting at us. Get thee hence, thou puking, swag-bellied walking corpse. That sounds like a crimson imp. The imps all insult you like that. It's certainly not the ogre. Oh yeah, it's a shadow imp. Okay. Where is the ugly thing? Gone. Alright, so this makes our D8 extremely scary. We've got 3 teleportation scrolls, 2 fear blinking. We shouldn't die to it. Oh, here's a net. Nice. Although I'm half tempted just to go down. Oh wait, never mind. It's right there. Okay. Let's go the other way then. Alright, we got more polymorph. Could potentially polymorph that ugly thing. Hang on. I'm gonna forget to unmute one time, and then I'll do the rest of the episode in silence. I'm doing my best though, so if I mute it to cough, double check we're unmuted. See the little bars going. Tells us the sound's coming in. Alright. We're hearing a screech. That doesn't sound like a kobold. It might be a hippogriff or something like that. Alright, here's the downstairs. Here's another remove curse. Oh wait. Are we got two now. Alright. So let's go back to our plate armor. For the extra AC. Yeah, that's a hippogriff. So I called that one. This kobold has a blowgun, which we should... Oh, and we got an ice blast wand. Okay, 6 charges of an ice blast wand probably just allows us to ice blast the ugly thing to death. I also am going to pick up the blowgun. Why am I carrying the holy wrath mace? It's literally useless. Short sort of draining. Look at all these short blades that we found in the dungeon. Alright, Rue believes we're ready for a new sacrifice. Let's see what we got. Alright, we potentially have Purity, which is a trivial sacrifice and effectively won't give us more piety. We could sacrifice Artifice, which I tend to like. It's considered an incredible sacrifice. It means you're giving up the ability to use any evocables. Although, we just found the Ice Blast wand, and I've been talking about how we're going to need that Ice Blast wand to kill the ugly thing. So one option might be to just hang on to the sacrifices, kill the ugly thing with our wand, and then sacrifice Artifice. Or lastly, we have Nimbleness. What am I doing? Describe Nimbleness. It prevents us from having any ranks in the dodging skill, which is apparently a major sacrifice. So it'll take us to 2 pips of piety. Not having any dodging really scares me. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, because as we saw with our Octopode, if you have a high level of 2 of your defenses, you're usually fine. So with the Octopode, we had high shield, high dodging, and effectively no AC, and we were fine. So with this character, we could have high AC and high shield, and not worry about dodging. And it would probably be okay. Alright, see you later, Salamander. See, the thing about ghouls is because they have such low dex, they tend to be really bad at dodging anyway. So I feel like this is maybe better in this situation than it would be in most others. And I do love me some Artifice Sacrifice. As you know from watching my other games, I'm terrible at remembering to use evocables anyway. So I'm usually totally champing at the bit to sacrifice that. But I feel like Nimbleness here is probably the call. We're a ghoul, we know we're going to be using shields, we're already using one. We tend to be bad at dodging anyway because of our low dexterity. And we kind of want to use this Ice Blast wand. So Yeah, let's go nimbleness. Goodbye dodging skill. Alright, and that brings us to 2 pips of piety. Our dodging skill decreases to 0. Oh, we need to get... Okay, so you get draw out power at 3 pips of piety. Ah, okay. I thought it was 2. That makes sense. So that was another consideration there. Because by doing Artifice, we would have been up to 3 pips of piety, so we would have got our first Rue ability. So that would also be a good reason in favor of it. But this is alright. Do we have a digging wand? We don't. Okay. I need to remember, if we ever get a digging wand, come back here, dig through the grate, get that Scroll of Fear. That's a valuable item. Yeah, if he's gonna sit there throwing tomahawks, we may as well poison needle him. It's an orc priest. Okay, we want this ugly thing now while we've got some flesh. And we... Okay, he's actually a bit closer than I would have liked. Yeah, I think he's too close. Yeah, we need to get like a full screen's worth of Ice Blast shots at him. Not just 2, it's not enough. So we wasted 1 there. We've actually finished exploring the floor. I don't mind... Wait, was this the curse one? Yeah, okay. I don't mind just going down and we'll leave him. We'll come fight him later. We hear the roar of battle. Okay, so this tells us there's a Bailey on the floor, which I'd really like to get to. So D9 is early for a Bailey, but that's alright. If it's a really scary one, we'll just leave. And we'll find out it's right in the corner of the map. So we want to be coming from this stair. So hopefully we don't meet the ugly thing on the way, which we did. Can I shaft him? Yeah, good. Okay. So now we're going to meet him again, but that just gets him out of our hair for now. Okay, good. So we got this stair. So we can try to go in the Bailey. So he might be on this floor. He might have been shafted multiple floors, so we might actually not run into him until later. But yeah, let's go Bailey. Some of these are super dangerous, by the way. Is this one? I don't think so. The one in particular I'm thinking of has a lot of deep elf mages in it, and they always lightning bolt you. This one's okay. Yeah, because you fly across and you fight this stuff. And we have so many flaming ones. We have 53, so we can just shoot all the stuff from across the water. We can also throw these tomahawks of returning back at them. Okay, let's just start shooting stuff. And what's cool is we're making clouds of steam, which is then also burning the orcs. It's like with electric eels. This might take a while. How many charges do we have? 36. Okay, I don't know, maybe we won't be able to do this. No, probably we will eventually. I wish I had my repeat previous action key. Alright, we got one. Yeah, good. The more dangerous one is how do we deal with the Orc Knight, especially if he's going to be miting all these other Orc warriors. How about we throw some tomahawks at this guy? How about we throw some stones, because we don't care about losing those. Good. The other thing that we can do, how many needles do we have? 28 poison needles, so we could potentially shoot a lot of poison needles across the water as well. I need this stuff to figure out how to come to us. Oh, there's one. What's our blink chance is 100%. What if we take our armor off? 41% blink chance. Do I try to blink across? I'm just thinking, because we can save one of our potions of flight if we blink across. But then we'd be over there without any armor. It's probably okay, unless I blinked on this specific tile and there were monsters there, but we can not do that by walking over here. Let's see if we can blink across. And then we can fly back, because I just want to go over there so I can guide these enemies out so they can path to us, so that we can start killing them from across the water again. This is where I wish I were playing an octopode, so we could just stand in the deep water and poke them with a spear. Hey, we did it. Alright, nice. We can maybe even put our armor back on. Perfect. This is funny. Translucent chainmail. We're going to identify that. A +5 chainmail of plus invis, plus MR, plus 5 strength, and -3 int. We are absolutely wearing that bad boy. Let me just tuck into this corner here. Nice. And now I'm happy that we didn't sacrifice Artifice, because having the ability to go invis is super powerful. Such that I'm going to stop focusing on combat. I'm going to focus evocations for the moment. I'm going to bring that up to 5. Having 5 evocations will give us a 50% chance to evoke invis. A lot of stuff in the game through even 2 runes, and even, I mean, in Zot, even Draconians can't see invis. So being able to go invis is really powerful. There's a rune scale mail. We might test that out later. There's almost no chance it's going to be better than this. Artifact chainmail we just picked up. Alright, here's one Orc Warrior. If it's just you, we'll just fight you. Yeah, it's really just the knight that I'm worried about. The things you do with deep water. Actually, why don't I explore around the outside? No, because then we might get trapped between this stuff and the Orc Knight. Let's not explore around the outside. Evocations to 1. Let's drop our invis to 67%. I like all the broad axes. So we're not an axe using character, but if you were an axe user, broad axes are really strong and really rare in the regular dungeon. So this would be like your heaven. And there's a chance in here that one of these monsters might have dropped a crystal plate armor. We'll do a search at the end. Well, we can look now. You go Control F, and if you just put period, it's going to show you everything on your current floor. So we have not seen a crystal plate armor. But I think it can spawn in this one, and I like how the Orc Knight is adjacent to us. Although he dropped back. So let's call off our flight. Let's get back over the deep water, and now we're going to do some deep water things. So I think we'll just see if we can blowgun him to death with poison. I don't mind just walking up to and fighting the Orc Warrior. Okay, while the knight had gone away. Okay. I keep missing. I think this poison is not going to be enough to kill him. But maybe we can drop him low and then say a disintegration or an ice blast or two might finish him off. His needles keep missing. Okay, he's looking pretty sick right now. As sick as possible. Okay, at this point I want to wait. He looks like he is just ticking out to the poison. Fantastic. This is why you pick up the blowguns, and we are out. Well, we may as well throw some tomahawks, I guess. Not the tomahawks of dispersal, because they'll blink him, and then he might blink across to our side of the water. Just throw regular tomahawks. Tomahawks are returning, how about that? It's still poison. Do we get him? No. Come back, dude. You were nearly dead. There he is. Come back. Just need a little bit more damage. Come on, dude. We have no throwing skill, and he's got probably a plate armor. Yeah, plate armor. Just doing no damage. I don't want to have to ice blast him. Actually, let's go the one to flame. That should do it. Oh, we got him. Nice. Okay, our evocations go to 2. Nice. Okay, well in that case, let's take our armor off and start blinking again. Let's try this rune scale mail. It's +1 of poison resistance. Let's drop that. We don't care at all about poison resistance. And then blink is 41% chance to fail. Hey, nice. I like how the auto pickup was like, you don't have a body armor. Let me just pick up all the body armors I can see. Alright, so now this shouldn't be too scary now that we killed the Orc Knight. I don't think this usually has multiple Orc Knights in it. But yeah, we're finished exploring. So we go Control F period, and we can have a look. There's not a crystal plate armor anywhere. No. Okay, there's just a Tomahawk of Returning that we can't get to because it's over here. I'm not going to blow a flight potion for one Tomahawk of Returning. Alright, cool. So Bailey done. Pretty successful using some OSfrog deep water strats. And this looks interesting. Oh, all 3 of our downstairs are in some room, which that scares me. This looks like a vault of some sort. Well, we'll deal with it next episode. That's it for now. See you all next time.